Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me again. So if you are just new in this channel, please, you are highly welcome. My name is Blessing, and this is a Bliss Culture where I share a pattern drafting and a sewing tutorial. So guys, if this sound like what you want to learn, please hit on the red button and subscribe, and also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload any new video. So guys, in today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this gown and see how beautiful this gown is. We will learn we will learn the cutting and also the sewing aspect of it. Okay, if this sounds like what you want to learn, definitely stay tuned to the end, watch to the end, and let's go. So guys, this is the fabric I will be using for this tutorial. Okay, this is a let me say a scrub fabric. I don't really know, and it's a 2 years of this. Is a 2 years, okay, and it's a stretchy fabric as well. So guys, yeah, this is the scissors I will be using to cut. I'll be using it for the cutting, and my tailor shop. This is my straight ruler. Okay, without wasting of time, let's go into the cutting. So now I fold my fabric into four. So for the wideness of this, the how wide you want to fold this particular one, as in the foldness, the width is your big circumference, which is the hip measurement. Now hip measurement is the big circumference, and you will add about 2 inches to it, 2 or 3 inches to it. So this me trying to pin down my fabric. Okay, I'm pinning down. I've already folded it by 4, and I want to secure this 4 piece. Okay, we folded it by 4. I want to secure it with a pin so that whenever I'm cutting, it will not be shifting. Okay, so that the all will be very accurate when cutting. So guys, like I said, I folded my fabric, and the wideness is the hip circumference, the biggest part of the body, which is the hip, and I added about 3 inches to that. Okay, so that is the wideness of the folding. So now this is me marking the full length of this gown, and this is the hip part from the shoulder to my hip. This is from the shoulder to my waist, which is 16 inches. From my shoulder to my hip is 24 inches. From my shoulder to my waist is 16. From my shoulder to my bust point line is 10 inches, and from my shoulder to my chest line is 7 inches. For you to know how to calculate your chest line is by dividing your bust measurement divided by 6, then you add 1.5 inches to the answer you have. So guys, this is how it looks like. So our measurements, this is the 2 inches zipper allowance that I gave for my zipper allowance. So now our measurements will start from this side like this area. We ignore the zipper allowance because it's an allowances. Okay, so now all the measurements we will take, we start from the center front. Okay, so now this is me marking my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then I will mark it there. So guys, I will now move over to this chest line here. I will move over to the chest line, then also mark my shoulder measurement divided by 2. Okay, then after marking what I have, I will mark it there. The reason why I'm marking this part here on the chest line is for me to able to have a straight line for my shoulder, for my armhole. Okay, so guys, I will just go ahead to use a straight ruler now to connect the lines together like this. Okay, so after connecting, I will now mark my neckline. Yeah, I will mark my neckline. So guys, I've connected it. This is how it looks like. So I will move over to the neckline. Then I will come in by 3.5 inches for my neck width. Okay, then for the front, I will come down by 4 inches for the front. Okay, I'll come down by 4 inches. You can as well come down by 5 inches if you want yours to be deep. So now I will just connect this line like this using a French curve, just the way you see me curving. So now, talking of the back, I will come down by 1.5 inches for the back. You remember we fold the back and the front together. So I will just cut the back and connect it to meet the width of the front. Remember, the front width and the back width must be corresponded together, okay? So this is it. This is the back and this is the front, okay? So now, the next thing we'll be doing is to take our shoulder slope. I will come down by 1 inches here, then I will connect it to meet the neck width like this. So this is how it will look like after connected. The reason why we are connecting this shoulder slope is because our shoulder, they are not straight. So now, the next thing I will be doing is just to find the midpoint of this line here. I mark what I have and I divide by 2. Then on the midpoint, I come in by 0.5 inches like so. So now the next thing is to mark my bust point line divided by 4. Then I will mark what I have here like this, okay? So after marking, I will just connect these 3 lines together: shoulder slope, the midpoint, and the bust measurement, okay? Then I will use a French curve here to just connect it like this, okay? Then after connecting these 2, I will just go ahead to connect it to the shoulder slope like this, okay? So now, that is it. So after that, I will now connect my back armhole, because the back armhole and the front armhole, they are not the same. So I will just go ahead to take from the midpoint down to the the down to the down to the bust measurement, okay? You can see that the front one is deeper than the back, okay, because of our box, okay, so that it can accommodate it very well. So now I will add 0.5 inches for my ease for the bust point and 1 inches for my sewing allowance. I added half an inch for the ease, then 1 inches for sewing allowance. For the waist here, I will divide my waist divide by 4. Then on the ease, I will mark 1 inches for ease for the waist and another 1 inches for my sewing allowance. While for my hip line here, I will divide my hip measurement by 4. Then after marking my hip measurement by 4, so the answer that we have, I will mark it there. Then half inches for ease and 1 inches for my seam allowance, okay? So now for the hem part, I will just mark, for the hem part here, I will mark what I have on the hip line, the hip measurement plus the ease and the sewing allowance. I will mark all of them together like this. Then what I have, I will take it to the down part, okay? I will take it to the hem part like this and also mark the same thing like so, okay? So now that is that. So the next thing we'll be doing is to connect it together. So guys, after connecting, this is how it looks like. Basically, we are done with this pattern, okay? So guys, we just go ahead to cut this part. I didn't add the that because it's a free dress, okay? So now I will just go ahead to cut out this cloth here. So guys, for the front, we'll first of all cut the back first, okay? We'll first of all cut the back. So after cutting the back, now I will raise the front. I will raise the front up like this. Then I will cut the front neckline like so, just only the front, because we have already cut the back. I will trim the front neckline like this, okay? So also I will trim the armhole for the front, okay? We have already cut the armhole for the back. Then I will just raise the front and cut out the front. I will leave the back aside. Then I will retrim the front I will trim the front armhole. So you can see that the front armhole is deeper than the back. Okay, so now basically we are done with this. So guys, so the next thing we'll be doing is to cut at the facing. So this is another fabric. Okay, so now I fold the fabric into two like this. Okay, then I will bring out the front part, front dress like this. I will bring the front, then let me align this other one well like this. Then I will put the front on top of the down fabric, just the way you see me doing. Then to retrace the neckline. Okay, that is called facing, the one I will use for the facing. So I will arrange it well like this, just the way you see me arranging it. Make sure it's well arranged so that anyone will not be longer than one. Okay, so now after arranging, I take my time to arrange it very well. So after arranging, I will trim out what I have on the main fabric. Okay, just trim it out like this. Then after trimming, this is what we have. Okay, I will just go ahead to open it up so that we see what we have. So this is what we have like this. So I will use it to turn it over. Okay, I will use this one here to turn this front here over. Okay, so if you don't understand as we are going, you will understand more better. So now I will move over to the back. I will do the same thing to the back. This for the back. I've already folded the fabric that I will use for my facing of the back. So I folded it into two. Then I will also place it just the way we place the front like this. Then I will retrim. So guys, I've trimmed it out. I'm trimming it out. So guys, now for the back we have the two pieces there. So I will just go ahead to slit this part here so that it will be two. Okay, because of the zipper at the back. So now this is how it looks like. I will just go ahead to open it like this and you can see how it looks like. Okay, so this is the facing for the back. Okay, so now time to sew it. Then I will bring out the front facing like this, meaning right side. Note that the front at the back are like the facing we how will I even put this part here? Right side meeting right side. This is me checking the right side of this fabric. So I make sure that the right side face the right side. Okay, the right side facing the right side. So I will place it like this. Then after placing, I will use a pin to first of all secure it. I will pin it down before I will take it to my sewing machine and sew. So guys, after pinning, this is how it looks like. So I will take it to my sewing machine now and run a stitch. So guys, now I've done running the stitch. You can see I've run it by half an inch. So I will just go ahead to trim it so that it will be very, how will I put it? I'm trimming it so that by the time I turn it, it will lay very flat and very neat. Okay, I will trim it. Just go ahead to trim yours. Trim it not close, just closer to the stitch. Don't cut the stitch. Okay, just closer to the stitch so you can see how it looks like after trimming. So now I will do the same thing to the back as well. I will also trim out the back just where we did to the front. Okay, I will also trim it like this. So this is how it looks like. I will trim the other parts like this. I will trim it off so that we have a very neat work there. So now after trimming, this is how it looks like. You can see that it's flat. So this is how it looks like. Okay, so now the next thing I will be doing is just to take it to my sewing machine, to my ironing table and iron. Before then, I will bring out my hemming gum and place it in between these two line here, the place that I joined. I will just place it there. Make sure you arrange it very well so that by the time when you iron it, it will iron smoothly. Okay, just take your time to arrange it very well on this particular one here. arrange it very well so that we have a very nice and a neat finishing here. Okay, so I will take it to my ironing table now, then add water to it and press it with an hot iron. Okay, so guys, I've done ironing them. This is how it looks like. You can see how neat it is. You can see that with the hemming gum, it hem it very well and it's very neat. You can see you cannot even differentiate the front and the back. You can see because it's very neat and it's very beautiful as well. You can see that. Okay, please, you always use your hemming gum to hem this part. When you are using it, please, you as in be careful so that it will make your work very neat and it will not rough your work. I don't know if you understand me. This is the back part. I also do that to the back. You can see that the neck area is as neat as you can imagine. So now the next thing we'll be doing here is to join the shoulder of the back and the front together so that it will stay together. I don't know if you understand. So the way I will be doing this one here is to bring out the front neck, the front shoulder, and use the back shoulder to wrap it up. Okay, I will open the back shoulder and use it to wrap the front, then I will sew it together. So now I've done sewing together. You can see how neat it is. You can see the front and the back. You can see that it's very neat on this very one here. This is the other side here. You can see that it's neat. Okay, you can see the back and the front. You cannot spot where I joined the shoulder together. You cannot spot it at all because it's very neat. Try this and you will like your work. Okay, so now the next thing we will be doing is to fold the two back together, like arranging the two back together like this. Then I will go ahead to line together, just line on the table like this properly. Guys, after laying it on the table, I will measure where my zip we start. I was in where my zip will accommodate. So I mark from the shoulder to 22 inches. Okay, that's where I want the zip to stop. Then from that part there, I will now stitch it down. Okay, no slits at this very particular one here. I will not put slits. Remember we we mark 2 inches for our zipper allowance, so that the same 2 inches I will mark here. You remember when we are cutting, I mark 2 inches for my zipper. So this is me marking that 2 inches so that I will just connect this. I'm just marking it like this. This is the 2 inches. Then after marking, I will take it to my sewing machine now to run a stitch like so on the part here I shocked. Okay, I don't know if you understand the part here I'm drawing now, but I will not sew there. I will just sew straight. Okay, so guys, I've sewed this and I open it up to iron. I also add hemming gum so that it will stay well. Okay, on the part on the inside I add hemming gum there so that it will relax well when I after opening it up. Okay, so now the next thing I will be doing is to add my sleeve to this gown here. To add my sleeve is just a normal basic sleeve. I will add it. This is the sleeve here, but I've already cut the sleeve. So guys, I will just go ahead to add my sleeve and also add my zipper to this dress. So guys, after that I will come back to show you guys how it really looks like. Okay, after sewing I will go ahead to iron the part. So now guys, I've sewed it. This is how it looks like, and this is the zipper. You can see the zipper is very neat. You can see, you can hardly know there is a zip there, and I went ahead to press it with hot iron. Always iron your work if you want a neat work. Okay, so now this is how it looks like. You can see the armhole there, very neatly sewn. So now the next thing is to fold the hem of the sleeve. I will take it to my sewing machine and fold it twice and run a stitch there. So guys, I've done running a stitch and I went ahead to iron it flat. You can see how neat it is also. This is the other part of the sleeve. I've already ironed it and I've already sewed it as well. So guys, next thing we'll be doing is just to join these two pieces together, like joining the front and the back together. I will just open it up like this and arrange it very well so that I can able to join these two together. So guys, after arranging like this, I will just go ahead take it to my sewing machine. Now remember, we added 1 inches for our sewing allowance, so we use that 1 inches to run a stitch. For the sleeve, you measure your round sleeve measurement, and you mark it. For the body, remember we add 1 inches to the body, so you sew it by 1 inches down to the hemming part. So guys, I've done that. You can see I've sewed it, I've joined the back and the front together. So now the next thing is to fold the bottom part, which is the hemming part of the down part. I will fold it. I will first of all iron it so that I will know where to join. Okay, I will first of all iron it. So guys, after ironing, I will now place my hemming gum on round so that I will iron it together. I'm not sewing this particular one. I will use the hemming gum to glue it together. So you can see that I've glued it together. You can see how neat it is. You can see there's no joining there. There's no sewing. I didn't sew it. I only gum it with a hemming gum. You can see how neat the bottom part is. Okay, so now our gown is ready. This is the full gown. So now this is the pattern that I will be using to design this gown. I will, on my next video, I will share how to make this pattern in my next video. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I post that video. Okay, so now I will just place it like this. I will arrange it like this on the front area like this. Then I will place it. First of all, I will use now is to use my hemming gum to glue this part together. I will place it like this. Okay, then I will add, after I arranging my hemming gum like this, I will place the pattern on top of it like this. This is me trying to remove the excess of the hemming gum so that when I iron it, it will stay together. You can also use, after using your hemming gum, also use a hand needle to tack it so that it will be very firm. Okay, to relax well. Always use your needle and thread after using your hemming gum to gum these two parts, this pattern and the gown together. Use your hemming gum, your hand needle and thread to tack it as well so that it can be strong. Okay, so now after that, I will come back to show you how it looks like. So guys, this is how it comes out. I've ironed it and you can see how the gown looks like. It's very beautiful. This is the back part, very neat and very beautiful. Okay, if you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. This is the zipper area. You can see very neat. Okay, find this video helpful, like I said, give us a thumbs up and also subscribe if you have not subscribed. Share this video as well. So guys, I will just go ahead to wear this gown to see how it looks like. Okay, wow, look at our beautiful gown I'm rocking. It's so beautiful, right? So guys, if you find this video helpful, give us a thumbs up and also like this video, comment on this video and also share this video. So if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of my video. Thanks for watching. Bye. See you in my next one.